Nuke in Counter-Strike 2 is an extremely confusing map, and I want to address some of the difficulties that a lot of players have on the map today. We're going to talk about the CT side and how to properly play it on this very confusing map where the bomb sites are on top of each other, and it just does not play the same as any other map inside of the game. But before we get into that, guys, let me talk to you about something that's a little less confusing. That is Counter-Strike 2 skins. Maybe they're equally as confusing depending on how you look at it, how much in depth you go into it, but let me give you a message from the sponsor of today's video. Thank you to the sponsor of today's video, Skins Monkey. They are one of the greatest and easiest to use CS2 trading sites out there. With it being the holiday season, there is no better gift to give yourself than a new CS2 inventory. You can swap out the skins you do not like for brand new ones that are so much more fresh. Even skins that are trade locked can be secured by adding them to your backpack. The greatest thing about the site is that you can buy skins for so much cheaper with a 35% deposit bonus when you use my code CoJo. Make sure to check out the freebie section where you can get a free skin just by completing tasks. On top of the bonuses, you also get a $5 bonus when clicking the link in the description. Alright guys, shout out to all of you that use my code. I appreciate every single one of you. It helps me out so much. Let's go ahead and talk about Nuke CT side here and how we can play it so that those of you that are newer to the game and need a little bit of help are going to have a better understanding. So let's get right into it. So first thing you need to understand is that you're going to have the A site and the B bomb site. Now, obviously, like every map inside of the game, you need to defend these sites with your life, right? You don't want to let the T side get the bomb down, and it is your job to block them off. So let's look at how the Ts can get to these sites. Very simply on A site, this is going to be where most of your action is going to be at the lower levels. They can go to A site from this door, which Ts are going to nade open generally to allow free rotates. And they'll get down vents, which we'll get into later, and they can come out through hut here, right? These are your two main ways that Ts can get out here. So it's very important that you have site players that play on very hard angles for the Ts clear, like top hut, because on top hut you can hold door, and especially at lower levels if this door is closed, it's very easy. You listen for that sound cue, but it's just a very good pivot point, and you don't take a lot of utility until the Ts start to learn how to molly top hut, which then you can transition and hold closer angles. But essentially we want to catch the Ts in this choke point when they have to come out, right? Now if you have like a shotgun or something, playing inside hut can be very effective, but otherwise you want to play in spots where you can pivot around and play multiple angles and catch Ts and angles that are going to be very uncomfortable. Now Asian vent is a very good place to play when door is smoked off, right? And that brings me to my point. You always want to smoke off door. There's multiple ways to do that. You can come here and aim at the hook on the left side of the silo. You can come here through heaven, smoke off door by aiming right here. Is it there? I don't know, guys. Sorry, it's been a while. I mean, that's a horrible smoke. That is awful. Don't smoke like that. Instead, come here and aim at this box and jump there. My bad. But anyways, you want to smoke off door as much as you can, right? But early round, I want you to throw this molly. That's not going to work because the smokes are down. Simply aim above this yellow like railing, right? And don't be a noob like me. Sorry, this is very easy, guys. Don't be confused. It's very easy. You just throw this as you're running, and it's going to molly off door, making it hard for them to rush. Because what the Ts might also do that you need to defend with your life is you need to defend vents. Now, why is vents such a good place for the Ts to be? Because they can drop down through here and go to B bomb site from here, right? Now let's talk about B bomb site. You don't need to have a player start on this site to begin with. B bomb site should be more of a reaction based thing, right? It's very hard for the Ts to get to B bomb site if you're playing properly, and there's different ways for them to do that. So the Ts can go down through secret, which is the main way to get down to the B bomb site. They do this by usually throwing smokes and crossing in cover. So what you need to do when these smokes come up and you don't have any way to combat them, if the Ts can get down through secret here, you need to have somebody rotate. Now, what does that mean? It means we need to have an A player. Make sure door is smoked before we do this. Make sure we're always smoking door, like I said. We need to have an A player drop down through vents before the Ts get down here so that they can get into a position where they can hold, right? A good place is on these steps because it allows you to fall back. Even better place if you can get there is on these steps because it allows you to rotate through these doors and through control up here. And another good honorable mention is this off angle where you play right here on this box. It catches the Ts off because they're in transition. They're looking here and then you catch them off like that. It's very good to start an opt down secret if the Ts are coming down here a lot. But just make sure whatever you do, guys, if you are the A player, you need to make sure vents is not open. do never let the T's get down vents, right? Because if the T's get down vents, what does that mean? Our A players can no longer rotate because the T's could be sitting right here holding you for rotations, right? The T's can then go up through secret. They can do so much stuff. So what that means, if the T's can get down vents, our next line of rotation is our ramp player. Now, whenever the ramp player rotates, guys, this guy's job is to, you know, smoke at the beginning of the round, to molly, whatever. His job is to rotate down and hold B site then, right? And some places you can play on B site that are very strong are up here in this clock position. You can hold the glass, or you can be, you know, here and hide and just hold double. Dark is a very good place to hold. But like I said earlier, B-bomb site's more of a reaction to hold. You don't necessarily need to start there. Starting B-bomb site's not very good unless you have an opt-down that's going to hold secret. Now, speaking of outside, there is so many things the T's can do outside, and it's kind of like a blank canvas. Like I said, they can go down secret, but what they can also do is smoke off mini here and wrap outside. Now, we need to make sure as outside players that we're denying this wrap, because if the T's get up through here, they can come through heaven. And if they have teammates that are splitting through mini or door or hut, it's just impossible to hold as an A player, because guess what? Your angles now, you can't hold these. You're exposed to heaven. You can't play here. You know, you got to play angles where you're hidden, that you're very exposed to everything, and it's just so bad, right? If the T's get heaven control, it's so easy for them. So what we need to do is, you know, we need to play on rafters up here. If that's open, and make sure we're holding it so that we catch people running up here and we're hidden from everything else. Or what's very good, if you're the opper outside or just a rifler, playing back here and holding these angles is very good, right? When the T's start to wrap, we can rotate down through CT and hold very passive angles like this. Now, lower levels, this isn't going to be something you want to do because T's don't really wrap A like this. But as you progress and get higher and higher through the scene, this is going to be something you have to worry about. Because once the T's are out here too, they can wrap ramp, and it's just very messy and sticky. But one reaction that we're going to do, if we know that there's like 4 guys outside on T side, or a majority are out here, it's so hard to hold a bomb site. Do you see what I mean? It's hard. There's so many places to go. You need to take control. So what this means is when they're wrapping outside like that, we need to push lobby as a multiple, right? As a group, and try to catch off the lurker that's going to be sitting inside of here. So have your teammates push through door as two through hut, push ramp together at the same time, or, you know, spread out and conquer and find the info. But once you have this lobby control, it's so much easier, because then you can sit here and you don't have to worry about your back because you've cleared everything, and you can sit here and catch people as they're coming through mini or up vents. You know what I mean? It's just, it makes your life so much easier. Or you can sit inside hut here and hold like off angles like this, holding heaven in the drop, or holding heaven from here. And you're just so much safer when you do that. So take lobby when the T's are taking outside control aggressively, right? When the T's are out here, take lobby. You have to. You need to take something. Something else you can do is, you know, if you drop down vents and they're not secret, you've cleared it out, you can aggress through secret here and start to flank them, right? A lot of times you'll catch the T's jumping up heaven, and you'll have some easy shots from behind for them, right? Or you'll catch them going mini. Just be aware of somebody up here, right? So the opposite thing I'm going to touch on lastly is, if you can tell that there is so many people inside on the T side, like 4 or 5 guys ramp or lobby, what you can do as the outside player is actually get aggressive, right? Early round, you know, before you know what they're doing, you can throw the smoke that gives you cover and it makes them guess. And if your teammates are like, hey, most of them are inside, you can make this play where you get into an aggressive position and you have all the info now. You can sit here, which is really good, and hold like this angle, hold outside, or you can sit up here, another really good angle. And it's just really hard for the T's clear you. But if you're feeling very brave and you know no one's holding this, guys, just push outside, walk push it, right? Because eventually you're going to walk all the way through here and you're going to flank them from behind and kill them as they're waiting to exec A site, or you get all the info and you know it's ramp. Just a very good play to make, and a very solid you know, move to do. Other than that, guys, you know, lobby crunches are going to be huge on CT side, where you rush lobby off the beginning. This is going to be a change of pace. I would do a lobby crunch when you're low buy. So that means 2 people running through ramp, 2 people going through hut, and 1 person door, or 2 people door, 1 hut. And come through here when you have like 5-7s, low buy, you know, you don't have a rifle, you're saving or something, and try to get these close range battles where you can catch them off guard and take their AKs, right? And now you have all this control, and the round is super easy. But other than that, Nuke is a push and pull map. Find positions that you're comfortable in. Make sure you know how to re-smoke door, as CT's always re-smoke door. Like I said, molly both door. And if you think they're going to rush A, have 1 person molly door like that, right? Like I showed you. And the next person molly hut, which you can throw like this. Or, you know, you can just come up through heaven and molly it like this. That works too, either one. But just make sure you molly that. When you're a site player, make sure you're sitting here, you know, playing anti and then catching them as they're running out. If there's a molly here, you'll destroy them. If not, I would never really smoke hut. Hut's not a good place to smoke. I would always smoke door and make them have to work out of hut, because like I said, they're never killing you if you're playing on top of hut, or, you know, on these rafters up here. They're never killing you. You unless you're asleep at the wheel, you'll get this kill every single time. So make sure you guys check out the rest of my videos on my channel. There's lots of good stuff that you can learn from, and a lot of good tips and tricks. Check out these 2 videos that I'm recommending you right now, and I'll catch you guys in tomorrow's video. Peace out.